It's the appointed time. Members, Happy New Year. I call to order the meeting of the panel on financial affairs. We will proceed to the election of the office of chairman. The secretariat issued a circular to inform members that only one valid nomination for the office of chairman had been received. The nominee is Mr. Robert Lee. The nomination was made by Mr. Chan Chen-ying and seconded by Mr. Chan Ki-po. Because Mr. Robert Lee is not a chairman or a deputy chairman of another panel or any relevant government advisory bodies, in accordance with the rules of procedure and the House rules, I declare Mr. Robert Lee elected as the chairman of the panel. Yes, chairman, Mr. Robert Lee, please. Thank you, members, for your support. I look forward to working with you all to take forward the work of the panel this year. We will now proceed to the election of the deputy chairman of the panel. The secretariat issued a circular to inform members that only one valid nomination for the office of deputy chairman had been received. The nominee is Dr. So Cheng-wing. The nomination was made by Mr. Chan Chen-ying and seconded by Mr. Jeffrey Lam. Because Dr. So Cheng-wing is not a chairman or deputy chairman of another panel or any relevant government advisory bodies, in accordance with the rules of procedure and the House rules, I declare Dr. So Cheng-wing elected as the deputy chairman of the panel. Congratulations, Deputy Chairman Dr. So Cheng-wing. All right. We will now proceed to the discussion of the second agenda item, schedule of meetings for the 2025 session. I suggest that we follow the arrangements of the last session, that we should hold regular meetings on the first Monday of each month between 9:30 in the morning and 12:30 p.m. If members agree, please refer to the proposed schedule of meetings before you. Right, yes. Yes, Mr. Lee Chun-kung. Chair, I note the proposed schedule of meetings between February and June. I want to ask for the meeting on 3rd of March, since we will have some people probably leave before 4th of March to attend the two sessions. Should we account for that? Thank you. I do note what you said. And they did have a backup date of 14th of March between 9:30 and 12:30. So if members agree, perhaps we can move the meeting from 3rd of March to the 14th of March. All right? Thank you. Let's move on to the next agenda item, items for discussion at the next meeting. The regular meeting in February will be held on the 3rd of February, a Monday. The administration proposes to discuss the three following items. 1. Briefing on the work of the Hong Kong Monetary Authority. 2. Budget of the SFC Securities and Futures Commission for the financial year of 2025 to 2026. 3. Budget of the AFRC Accounting and Financial Reporting Council for the financial year of 2025 to 2026. Do members agree with the proposed items for discussion and the arrangements? If members agree, the meeting will start at 10 in the morning on that day to around and will end at around 12:45 p.m. Now, for the work plan of the 2025 session, if members wish to propose items for discussion, please press the request to speak button. I will assign a 2-minute time limit. The Secretariat will note the views expressed, and after the meeting, we will discuss such with the administration. Ms. Carmen Khan. Thank you, Chair. I would like to suggest this. The FSTB in October 2024 promulgated a policy statement on the responsible use of AI. So I would like to ask the administration to report the latest progress and perhaps the latest situation on the use of AI in the financial sector. I also want to know more about the work of the working group to promote liquidity and how they are working in the capital market. All right, the Secretariat will note your views. Thank you. Yes. Please turn on the microphone for Ms. Carmen Khan. Thank you, Chair. In fact, yesterday at the Asian Financial Forum, we note that the People's Bank of China has promulgated a series of new measures. So I want to know for the policy bureaus of Hong Kong, especially for those that have work related to finances, how they will act on such. Thank you. Mr. Holden Chow. Thank you, Chair. The policy address of the last year has incorporated much feedback from LegCo members to enhance the financial markets of Hong Kong, including improving the listing regime. And I note that in the list of outstanding items for discussion, we will have the SFC reporting its budget. But February will be a bit too early to make a report on this issue. So can we perhaps have another time next year when the measures have been implemented for some time to ask the two regulatory bodies to report on the progress of the measures? That's my suggestion. Thank you. Thank you for your suggestion. Next to speak, Mr. Tang Fei. Thank you. A hot topic recently is that many economists have made some comments online on the stability of the linked exchange system. So perhaps before the announcement of the budget, we can talk about the ballooning fiscal deficit as well as the linked exchange system. Also, Donald Trump will soon be officially the president of the United States in a few days. We can perhaps talk about the potential financial challenges in due course in a meeting. I do note your views, and that is indeed a pressing issue. We will discuss this with the administration. Thank you. Mr. Lee Chen-kung. Thank you, Chair. I note that in the list of outstanding items for discussion, mostly there are reports on budgets or briefings. Would we be discussing financial policies? We do note that the Financial Secretary recently reduced stamp duty for the stock market. I want to know how much it has benefited the stock market, and will there be any other changes to be made? That's what I want to know. And the FSTB has also issued bonds, different types of bonds, and I want to know what the results are. I think we should review on the effectiveness to see how we are doing with the new sources of revenue. Thank you. We note your views. Next to speak, Dr. Johnny Ng. Thank you, Chair. The stock market is very important to the development of the economy of Hong Kong. Is it possible for us to invite the HKEX to talk about their future strategies and development plans? Well, indeed, Many members have expressed their views to see what the government's plans are for the stock market, so we can perhaps discuss such. Thank you, Mr. Rock Chen. We can perhaps invite regulatory bodies on regulating Web3 and the cryptocurrencies and tokenized assets. How can we have a concrete regulatory framework for these types of assets? That's what I want to discuss. Thank you. Thank you. We note your views. Are there other members who would like to propose items for discussion in this session? If not, I would like to inform members that, as we did before, the Deputy Chairman and I will meet with the Secretary for Financial Services and the Treasury to formulate a work plan for the panel. If members would like to propose any additional items for discussion, please write to the Secretariat as soon as possible after the meeting. All right. Moving on to the next agenda item, any other business? Would members like to propose any other business? If not, meeting adjourned. Thank you.